Mayor Craig Greenberg honored two area high school sports teams. The Louisville Affordable Housing Trust Fund celebrated National Home Ownership Month, and One West marked their 10th anniversary. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. Mayor Craig Greenberg recognized Assumption High School and Trinity High School for their sports team state championship title achievements.
It's been such a great baseball season here in our city with Trinity and with Assumption, and also with our U of L Cardinals going to the College World Series. And sometimes your games were all at the same time, and so it was tough to watch everything at once. But I know that Rachel and I really enjoyed keeping track of both of your pursuits of these great state championships. There are three sets of sisters on the Assumption team: the Satterleys, the Goodman sisters, and the Oak sisters. And also, I'm sure one of the players is getting ready to be embarrassed as I call her out, but Livy McKinley is our very own Deputy Chief of LMPD's daughter. Where's Livy? Hey, Livy. And great person guiding the team as their coach, who also has a connection to Louisville Metro government. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming retired LMPD detective and now coach of Trinity, Rick Arnold.
21 heroes are not all here today because we've got some that are off in college, and we've got a few on vacation, a few at showcases, so we're limited in our numbers today, but there are 21 heroes, some of which, like I said, aren't here, but some of the parents are here, and we appreciate all of your support.
On behalf of the entire city of Louisville, we want to honor in a special way the Assumption Rockets. To the entire team, congratulations, great victory, and keep it going.
Our softball team brought home the 7th state tournament championship this year, and winning doesn't happen by accident. It is hours and hours of practice, scouting, intentional scheduling, and a lot of strategy goes into it as well. It's buy-in from these young ladies and their families. It's administrative support. It's parents who always pitch in at a moment's notice, and we have amazing parents at Assumption.
You truly have a goal. You stay committed, you stay focused, you keep working at it, and oftentimes you'll eventually reach that goal. You all did just that. We're so proud of your entire team, so excited for all of you.
The severe heat created a series of white flag days here in Louisville.
This week, with the extreme heat that's going on, it is a white flag week here in Louisville. And so Wayside and Salvation Army shelters will be open 24 hours a day this week due to the extreme heat, to help individuals who are in need. We're trying to get as much water to individuals who need to. We're encouraging everyone to stay hydrated when they're out and about.
Mayor Craig Greenberg provided an update on the Louisville tree canopy study.
We had gotten about $12 million from the federal government, a grant, to do a lot of different things related to our tree canopy here in Louisville, which, as you know, is critically important. Having a great greenery and trees in our city is important to our city's health, to our ecosystem. It truly makes people healthier. What this tree canopy survey does is it actually inventories our city in the public right of ways, and then it's going to help us make decisions on where we need to plant more trees, so that every neighborhood can have access to nature, access to the health benefits that trees provide. We're using some AI tools as well with some digital cameras to do that inventory, to assess, are there trees there that are dead and need to be replaced and things like that. So that work is ongoing.
JCPS and Yum Brands announced a potential move for the school district's headquarters.
I want to give a thanks to Yum Brands and JCPS. They had an exciting and interesting announcement yesterday where Yum Brands donated their campus to JCPS for their new headquarters, which JCPS was looking for. And Yum is now in the process of looking for a new home here in Louisville. I want to be very clear about that. Yum's new home will be in Louisville. We have been talking with them for several months about a few different locations that they are considering, and we are excited to continue working with Yum as they find a new location for their headquarters here in Louisville. So stay tuned for where that might be in the coming weeks and months ahead.
The Louisville Metro Council held their regularly scheduled meeting and voted on the budget for the new fiscal year starting July 1st.
Hello, I'm Brent Ackerson, your Metro Council President, and the Metro Council Representative for District 26. We've just concluded our latest Metro Council meeting, and here are some key highlights.
The Council approved the fiscal year 2025-2026 operating and capital budgets for Louisville Metro government. Approved the fiscal year 2025-2026 budgets for TARC, Greater Louisville Lodging Management District, and Louisville Tourism. Approved a TIF for the 700 East Main Street development area, also known as Nulu Crossing, and will include residential units, rentals, retail, office, and parking. The council approved an ordinance amending the smoking ordinance by raising the definition of a minor to 21 years old, regulates products and space, and requires annual licensing. Approved an ordinance amending the Land Development Code regarding density and occupancy standards for traditional housing in R-5A and R-5B zoning districts. Amended the Louisville Metro Code of Ordinances concerning stolen vehicle retrieval at the Metro tow lot. The council approved a contract with the Jefferson Community Technical College for a paid hands-on mentor/internship program at the Louisville Zoo. Approved a contract with Simtech Modular for training materials. Approved a resolution honoring J. Michael Brown by dedicating the corners of 18th and 19th Streets at Madison in his honor. Brown was a decorated Vietnam War veteran and a dedicated public servant. Approved a sole source contract with the Public Consulting Group to assist Metro government with recovering funds through the Kentucky Ambulance Supplemental Payment Program, adopted by the Kentucky General Assembly, HB 152. Approved the surplus and transfer of property located at 3021, 3042, 3028, 3038, and 3044 Wilson Avenue and 3017 Wyandotte Avenue to the Park Duval Community Health Center. Requested the Planning Commission review and recommend changes to the Land Development Code regarding alternative regulations for zoning map amendments and to review the extending time limit of approved affordable housing development plans to 5 years. The council approved the zoning of properties at the following locations: 8803 to 8897 Old Bardstown Road, 1325 Texas Avenue, 6422 and 6808 Billtown Road, 6700 Strawberry Lane, 941 East Main Street, 4201 Taylor Boulevard, and 1056 Bluegrass Avenue. 3145R, 3147, 3151, and 3153 South 3rd Street. And finally, the council approved neighborhood development funds for the Black-Owned Business and Excellence Awards, 2025 Friday Fest in Highview Park, and Southwick Community Center's Summer Camp. Councilwoman Shamika Parrish-Wright introduced the District 3 page, Chase Reese.
Thank you for staying engaged and interested in your local Metro government. Remember, you can watch all our meetings live on Louisville Metro TV, Spectrum Channel 184, or tune in online at louisvilleky.primegov.com/public/portal. Your voice matters to us. If you have any questions, concerns, or ideas, please reach out to your Metro Council representative online at louisvilleky.gov/Metro Council.
We continue our Metro Council person profiles with a look at District 14 Councilwoman Crystal Bast.
Hello, my name is Crystal Bast, and I'm honored to have been elected to serve as the District 14 Councilwoman on November 5th of 2024. This isn't just where I serve, it's where I'm from. I've spent most of my life right here in the south end of Jefferson County. My roots run deep in this community. It's where I grew up, where I raised my family, and where I continue to invest heart and energy in every single day. My journey started not in politics, but in service. I'm the founder of the Valley Downs Neighborhood Watch, and for years I've worked with neighbors just like you to keep our streets safe, connected, and full of pride. Before joining Metro Council, I spent 20 years in healthcare. That career gave me a front row seat to the struggles that hardworking families face every day. It taught me how important it is to listen and advocate and always do the right thing, even when it's not the easy thing. Community has always been my passion. I've helped organize some of our favorite events, from the annual Trunk or Treat celebration to the Southwest Christmas Festival to the neighborhood meet and greets that bring us together not just as neighbors but as family. I'm proud to be married to my husband, Josh Bast, and we have raised two amazing children, Allison and Noah, plus two dogs, Samantha and Evie, who think they run the show. On Metro Council, I'm proud to serve as Vice Chair of the Labor and Economic Development Committee, And I also sit on the Government Oversight Parks and Sustainability Committees. Each of these roles allows me to push for smart growth, transparency, and meaningful improvements that touch our daily lives. Beautification and positive growth aren't just goals, they're essential. I believe our neighborhoods deserve to feel safe and welcoming and full of opportunity, whether it's planting flowers, improving the sidewalks, or adding signage, or creating spaces where people can gather and grow. Every project matters, every detail matters because you matter. District 14 is rich in history and culture, and the community is strong, from Valley Station to parts of Pleasure Ridge Park, and neighborhoods like Valley Village, Ashby Woods, Winding Stream, Sun Valley, and Green Ridge Estates. We are a community with heart. We're also home to local gems like the historic Farnsley Mormon House and the Sun Valley Community Center and the peaceful trails of the Jefferson Memorial Forest. These spaces tell our story, and I'm committed to protecting and enhancing them for future generations. At the end of the day, I want every person in District 14 to know that you are seen, you are valued, and you are represented. I'm not here to sit behind a desk. I'm here to walk the streets, listen to your needs, and work every day to make our community stronger, cleaner, safer, and even more beautiful. I'm Crystal Bast, South End born and South End proud, and I'm working for you. Let's keep growing together. To learn more about District 14, you can reach me at 574-1114 or via email at crystal.bast@louisvilleky.gov.
The Louisville Metro Police Department held their bi-weekly press update.
First, I'm going to be going over the crime overview. We've had a 33% reduction in homicides year to date so far when compared to last year, a 41% reduction in non-fatal shootings, 32% reduction in carjackings, and a 10% reduction in business robberies. We'd like you to take a look at this slide, which is somewhat concerning. One of the juveniles that's in this picture was as young as 9 years old. Basically what you're looking at is like a replica or a toy firearm. And kind of the reason this is cause of concern, like we've seen some kids riding around on bikes wearing masks, carrying these type of replicas or toy firearms. They're very hard, as you can see, to discern from an actual firearm. So one of our concerns with this would be misidentification, either by law enforcement or by an armed civilian. Also, you have generate some public concern. They can prompt calls for service. So we're just kind of using this as a moment to like ask parents to talk to their kids, try to see what they're doing. If you can, look at their phones, look at their social media, see if they're engaging in any type of behavior that might be outside of your values. And if they are, just please address that.
June is National Home Ownership Month, and the Louisville Affordable Housing Trust Fund held a press conference highlighting shared equity home ownership homes in Louisville.
Housing is vital to every single one of us. It provides a safe and stable environment where we build our lives and we create a sense of belonging. It offers the foundational stability that we need to thrive in every aspect of our lives. The homes that you're going to see behind us are River City Housing Homes. The program utilizes a one-time initial investment that lowers the sale price of the home. And in exchange for the lower purchase price, the buyer agrees to a deed restriction that limits the resale price in the future to a subsequent income qualified buyer should they ever decide to sell the home. We've sold upwards of 15 houses now since summer of 2023. The last 3 buyers that we sold to in the neighboring Smoketown community have an average mortgage of $910. And because this is a special lasting affordability program, the house prices that we have are not considered in area comps, therefore not impacting the home values in the neighborhood.
Affordable housing is not just about rental units. It's not just about apartments. It's about giving families the opportunity to own their own home, to create equity and wealth for their family and their kids and their grandkids.
The Mayor's Office for Women held their annual ambassadors graduation.
What I said today is this is the last day of the class, but the first day of your ambassadorship. So this is the first day of coming together, continuing this work, joining your colleagues from the class of 2024 and 23, continuing to work with the Office for Women and across Metro government. So we are just so delighted to celebrate you here today.
And congratulations to each of you. It's thrilled to have you as part of this program, and really thrilled that you all made the choice to get more involved in our community. We need more civic engagement. We need more people who care about our city, that then take the next step to actually do something about it, to make our city safer and stronger and healthier. And every project and every proposal that I just heard certainly furthers those missions of making our city safer, stronger, and healthier. And so thank you all so much. I hope that you all have had an incredibly positive experience, and then now continue on with it after today, to continue to stay involved in whatever way you all look to get engaged.
June is Immigrant Heritage Month, and we're celebrating with stories from some of our Louisville Metro government employees.
Namaste, everyone. My name is Sumeitha Rao, and I'm an immigrant from the city of Bangalore in India, and I serve as the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Sustainability.
My name is Philip Molestina. I am the Public Education Outreach Coordinator for the Human Relations Commission, and I'm the child of an immigrant from Paraguay.
Hi, my name is Khalil Batchan. I'm Palestinian American. I am a father of 3 amazing boys, Aiden, Elijah, and Joseph, married to my wonderful wife, Tabitha. Live here in Louisville, Kentucky, in the south end part of Jefferson County. I am the local District 25 Metro Council member, as well as a restaurateur, entrepreneur, and a catering business.
My name is Vivian Marin, and I migrated from Panama back in 1990, and I moved to the Louisville area in 1998. Currently, I am the program manager for the Office for Immigrant Affairs, and my role there is to coordinate and oversee programs and initiatives, as well as maintain community outreach contact and information with our partners.
Hello, my name is Amos Izerimana. I am a refugee from Burundi, and I am the director for the Office for Immigrant Affairs.
So immigrant heritage is important to me. It's a part of my identity, and it's, I think, something that enriches my life and my work. It's a way for you to bring in your experience of being in a different culture and a country. And I think that that helps me in my work with just understanding that people come from different backgrounds, and experiences can be new, and the way that people communicate can be new. And I think it helps foster a sense of just empathy and connection, and being able to celebrate different points of view.
I believe that the biggest assets to immigrants will be resilience and determination.
The successes and contributions of the immigrant community is very important and vital to our city as much as our country, for the fact that we can bring different cultures, different diversity, different attributes, different mindset, and open-mindedness to what America is. We are a diverse, wonderful country that allows change, and it's the American dream is what they say. And it gives you an opportunity to grow and build what you want, and understanding that you have to work hard to get it.
The strengths that immigrant community brings to Louisville is hard work. They got big ideas, and they have big dreams that they want to accomplish in a community where there's a lot of possibilities.
As a refugee, the biggest assets that I bring or my family members bring is the resilience that we came with, starting a new life here in Louisville, but also really bringing all of that experiences that we've had in a refugee camp where we spent 12 years here to help inspire other refugees to see themselves as change makers, but also as leaders in this world.
So I'd say I've had a really great immigrant experience in Louisville. This city has been super welcoming and great to me and my family. We have really enjoyed getting to know different people and the communities, and building relationships, and enjoying the parks and the Lou City games and all the fun stuff that the city has to offer.
Immigrants do more than filling the labor market gap. They also bring contributions to cultural diversity when it comes to language, and they bring part of their culture with them. And immigrants are citizens of the world.
Immigrant heritage means to me that we are a big melting pot in America, and that we are here to serve a greater good, work together, and be one. America is a great, wonderful place where you can follow your American dream and you can build a better, wonderful, prosperous life if you put the hard work in, put the effort in, stay positive, and stay on the grind.
Immigrant heritage to me means coming from a line of hard workers, dreamers, and achievers.
One West celebrated their 10th anniversary with a tour of their newly renovated building at 526 South 18th Street.
In honor of J. Michael Brown and his family and his contribution to our state, that we are thankful and blessed to be able to honor his life today, and that this building will be a monument to his sacrifice and his work and his dedication to our state.
Amen. Amen. And on three. 1, 2, 3. All right.
This is 526 South 18th Street. It is a dual-use space, commercial development for the first floor, and then we have 2 affordable housing units on the second floor. We took a lot of inspiration from the industrial districts for a lot of revitalization areas through like the Carolinas, New Orleans, things like that. So a lot of exposed brick, as you see, metal accent features, and really kind of embracing the history of the buildings themselves.
Looks nice. Good job.
Thank you. One West's mission is commercial development in the 9 neighborhoods of the West End. Geographically, we're currently focused on the 18th Street corridor, which really temporarily runs from Muhammad Ali to Broadway. We really want to take it from Broadway all the way to the river. And we have several projects, this being the newest one in our first residential space. And then we also have Hip Hop Sweet Shops and Brunch and Soul, which are located at 516 South 18th Street. And they're part of our Restaurant Accelerator program. We have 2 more restaurant accelerators that'll be going in at 504, 508, along with commercial spaces on the second floor of that building. And we're carrying that all the way down to the Royal Theater project, which is going to be our capstone project, and 1731 West Broadway.
Louisville came out in force to celebrate at the Kentuckiana Pride Parade.
Happy Pride, Louisville!
Mayor Greenberg is keeping the public informed with his weekly Mayor's Minute.
Hey Louisville, I know it's been an incredibly hot week, but we are getting things done. I just left working with Governor Beshear, where we announced a huge economic development announcement. $500 million, 800 new jobs that GE Appliances is creating right at Appliance Park, its global headquarters in Louisville, Kentucky. This is so exciting as we create the new next generation of laundry machinery right here in Louisville. I started the week with LMPD's largest group of recruits in years and joined them for their entrance POPs test. And thanks to the Metro Council for passing our proposed $1.2 billion budget, With a $50 million surplus, we're investing in what matters most without raising taxes. We also celebrated 2 historic high school championship wins by local high schools, honoring the Assumption Rockets, who won state softball championship, and Trinity Rocks, who won the state baseball championship. Congratulations. It's also National Homeownership Month, and we're making progress towards our goal of 15,000 affordable housing units. Through My Louisville Home Plan, we've already added about 5,000 across the community, and we're going to keep on going. We also honored the legacy of J. Michael Brown with an honorary street naming, recognizing his groundbreaking leadership as Kentucky's first Black criminal justice secretary and his incredible impact on West Louisville. And finally, I hope everyone joins me Saturday morning at 10 a.m. to honor a true legend in Louisville sports, Tom Jurich. Have a great weekend and see you next week.
You're never at a loss for something to do in Louisville. Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism has suggestions for what you might enjoy this month.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism. Here are a few things happening around Louisville this week. You'll find a variety of Independence Day celebrations taking place around Bourbon City. The Louisville Bats will kick off the party on July 3rd with a post-game fireworks show after taking on the Indianapolis Indians. Head to Kentucky Kingdom July 3rd through 5th for their Bluegrass and Booms. Listen to the rich bluegrass sounds of Kentucky Blue before experiencing the evening music and pyrotechnic performance starting around 10 p.m. Celebrate Independence Day on the banks of the Ohio River at Louisville's Waterfront Park, 4th of July, which kicks off at 5 p.m. on the Great Lawn. The annual celebration will feature free musical entertainment, family activities, local food trucks, and a professional fireworks display taking place around 9:45 p.m. You can also enjoy a night in Paristown on July 4th to catch their free outdoor 4th of July artisan market. That night, a ticketed concert will feature the Crashers rocking the Paristown stage, along with a donut hole eating contest sponsored by Jeff Donuts. Make sure to stick around for the fireworks show kicking off around 9:45 that night. Celebrate Independence Day with the July 4th cruise on the Ohio River, departing on the Belle of Louisville. Enjoy scenic views, live music, and fireworks from the water. Join the Louisville Red, White, and Brew bar crawl on July 5th for patriotic fun across downtown's best bars and breweries. Find out more details about these events and others at gotolouisville.com. Just click on the calendar of events.
It's been a hot week, so we went out on the streets of Louisville to ask people how they like to keep cool.
My favorite place to cool off is the lake.
My favorite place to cool off is in my office or at home, one of the two, wherever the air conditioner's working.
I like to cool off indoors in the AC, but you can only stay there so much. So I'm just getting out to get out today.
At home.
At her mother's house. And my favorite place to cool off on a day like this is any place you can swim, preferably a cool mountain stream, if from where I'm from anyway. But I'd like to go swimming and just soak in cold water, maybe a pond, maybe a lake, or after a bathtub or a sprinkler. I'll take it any of that today. It is blazing.
Go! Louisville Metro Animal Services has several dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies that are all looking for a good home. Thank you for watching Louisville This Week. Please share Metro TV with your family and friends and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. And download our app on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Have a wonderful week.